Hi everyone, it's me, Arielle, and it's Wednesday Warriors. And this week's topic is about the phrase, it's just a phase, she'll grow out of it, in regards to eating disorders, because I know that people with eating disorders have come in contact with this. I know some of you have heard it from parents or friends, or hopefully not counselors, but you never know. There are good and bad of everything out there. But basically, I'm going to talk about a few things surrounding this phrase. One being when it's said to you, how not to internalize that and use it to tell yourself that you don't have a problem. If you think that you have a problem, chances are you probably do. And there are plenty of checklists, surveys, questionnaires online that you can answer, and they will let you know if there is something amiss, if you do need to seek help, if you may have an eating disorder. And the other thing that I want to talk about is when someone tells you that this is a phase and you'll grow out of it, it's really hard not to think that you are being trivialized. And I want to talk about how to deal with that. First thing I want to say is an eating disorder is not a phase. You won't grow out of it. It's not something that happens when you're a kid or in your teenage years, and by adulthood it's done, you've grown out of it. Sure, it can come about because of stress, it can come about because of trauma or an event in your life, transitions. Any of those things can sort of push it into developing, but it's not a phase that will go away as quickly as it came about. And if you think of it that way, you're really going to set yourself up for disaster, because you're going to basically be thinking every day that you're struggling. Don't worry, this is going to be gone soon enough. Don't worry, this is going to be gone soon enough. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Or maybe even, I am fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And lots of people do that. And lots of people who don't get validation that they have a problem are very judgmental of themselves, and they begin to think that it is a phase and they will grow out of it. If you do grow out of it and it's a phase, it wasn't an eating disorder. Now, if you have any suspicion whatsoever that you might have an eating disorder, you owe it to yourself to help yourself. You owe it to yourself to seek someone out who can help you. If you have people in your life who are thinking that it's just a phase and you'll grow out of it, you need to find someone else who will help you and take you seriously. An eating disorder is a serious thing, and it needs to be taken seriously. I think a lot of times people in our lives will use phrases like, she'll grow out of it, or it's a phase, because they are in denial. They want to believe that it's a phase and that you will grow out of it. It's so scary to them that they want to believe that it is something that is temporary. The other reason people might use those phrases is because they just simply don't understand. They may never have come across an eating disorder in any respect in their entire life. They maybe aren't educated on what an eating disorder truly is. Maybe they know absolutely nothing about an eating disorder. And to them, seeing your habits, or witnessing the things you do on a daily basis, or knowing sort of the way your mind works as best they can, seems like something that simply just has to be a passing phase. It can't possibly be real. A lot of people don't have the capacity to understand what an eating disorder is truly all about. A lot of people don't want to understand because it's scary to them or it's strange to them. And you know how humans react when something is different. They can't handle it. If someone in your life is telling you that it's just a phase, you can help to validate yourself by asking yourself some of these questions. Do you have eating habits that are different from your family or friends? Can you go through an entire day without worrying about what you will or will not eat? Do you prefer to eat alone, or when you're sure that no one will see you? Do you make excuses so that you don't have to eat, or you don't have to eat with people? Do you ever binge? Do you ever purge? Do you ever restrict, or do all of the above? Do you cut up your food in tiny pieces, or hide it, or chew it and spit it out, or have hidden stashes of food, or do any other sort of food rituals? Do you have a list of safe foods, or have foods that you call bad? Do you ever get really angry when you have to eat? Um, do you sort of feel afraid in regards to food and weight? Do you go through long periods of time without eating or eating very little in order to lose weight or to maintain weight? Do you have people that tell you you are too thin or comment on your appearance in a way that is negative? Do you use laxatives or diuretics? Um, is weight the most important thing in your life? Is it your top priority? Are you depressed? Are you a perfectionist? These questions are things that you can ask yourself, and all of them don't have to be a yes. If any of them are a yes, there is cause for concern. You know, if any of those things sets off an alarm in your head, even if you are looking at a question and you are unsure how to answer it, if you don't know truly if it's a yes or a no, maybe you should sit with yourself and ask yourself if really there might be a problem there. And sometimes, you know, there's a point in our lives where we have to disregard the things that people say to us, because people are going to say all sorts of different things and everyone has a different opinion. And as I stated before, people in our lives could be saying the things they say for reasons that are personal to them. For example, denial or lack of understanding. So it doesn't really have a whole lot to do with you. You may very well have a problem. You may very well have an eating disorder, even if people are telling you that it's a phase. Maybe you've been told by people that you have an eating disorder. Maybe you know you have an eating disorder. Maybe you are confident that what you are dealing with is an eating disorder, but you have people in your life that are telling you it's just a phase. They don't want to get you the proper amount of help. They think you are reading into things. They think you're being dramatic. Go to someone who can understand you, whether it's a friend or a counselor. I definitely recommend going to see someone like a therapist, even if it's a general practitioner, some kind of doctor, medical doctor. Please go, because you can get better from this. You can. It's not a passing phase, but you can recover and you can be all right. Okay, it's going to be a short one today, guys, but I did want to touch on that topic, and I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and I will see you next time.